Hello and greetings from the beach. This video that I'm filming is going to be a full day of eating while on vacation. Just because you're traveling doesn't mean that you can't hit your goals. I will preface this by saying that I am a lot more lenient when I'm traveling with my foods. I do like pina coladas, I do like my mojitos, so that means that the rest of my meals typically need to be on track. I will prep breakfast and lunch and my snacks, and then I will typically eat dinner out at a seafood restaurant. I'm gonna start off by showing you guys some of the things that I bought yesterday when I was grocery shopping, and then some of the things that I brought along as well, just to give you some ideas of some things that you can cook or you could pick up at the grocery store when you are vacationing. Obviously, when I travel, I always bring my First Form with me, especially a protein shake, just because it makes it easier to get protein in while traveling. Majority of foods that you eat out are usually not going to be super high in protein. And then obviously I have my vitamin packs, which are extremely important when you're traveling to keep your immune system in check, especially with COVID going on right now. When I'm traveling, I always try to get a hotel room with a kitchenette, and part of that is so that I can prep my meals and know what I'm eating most of the time, but the other part of that is because I was raised in a family where traveling is expensive, vacationing is already expensive, so you cook most of your meals to save a little bit of money. Midwest girl at heart for life. I know it might not look like a whole lot from here, but this is some of the grocery shopping that I did yesterday. Obviously some of the other good stuff is in the side door. But I try to choose meals that are going to be a little bit higher in protein, just some things that I can eat for breakfast, lunch, and snacks to try and keep me on track. So for breakfast, I got egg whites that I'm going to add to these little just crack an egg bowl. They are relatively lean, only 8 grams of fat for the bowl, and then you're not adding any more fat with the egg whites. And then this has 9 grams of protein, and then you're obviously going to add significantly more protein with the egg whites, and then you just pop those in the microwave and it's a super easy breakfast. I also obviously pick up some fruit that I can have with my breakfast as well. For lunch, I'm a simple girl. I obviously got stuff to make sandwiches. I always try to pick a sandwich meat that's going to be relatively low in fat and high in protein. For snacks, I almost always pick up Greek yogurt because it is relatively low fat for how much protein there is in there. So it's a great snack to get in a little bit more protein throughout the day. And then I also always pick up these. I don't know why they are so good, but I normally will reserve a little bit of my fats throughout the day so that I can have some of these. I also always throw these in my beach bag to take to the beach so I can snack on them. I know a lot of you guys are probably looking at these and saying, ew, but you need to try these. They're extremely good. I obviously already had my coffee for the morning. I just took the dogs for a walk on the beach and got back. And so now I am going to have breakfast, but I always start off my morning with my multivitamins. This is my just crack an egg cup. Here's all the pouches that go inside it. I'm going to add probably about a cup of egg whites and then mix all these back in and pop it in the microwave. And there you have it. I just got back from laying out for a couple hours at the beach, and I am about to make lunch. For lunch, I'm going to do a ham sandwich. Don't ask why I have shredded cheese. I thought I needed it for something else, and then I forgot to get sliced cheese. And then also I will have the harvest snacks. I also decided to throw on the Greek yogurt just because it was still a relatively low calorie meal. So I got super lazy last night and I didn't finish filming. I did take a picture of my dinner so you guys can see what I chose to eat. Whenever I go out to eat, I try to choose foods that are going to have a little bit leaner protein source, so like chicken or fish. And then I'll normally choose a side that's like a potato and then some vegetables, just so I can try and keep it sort of in the healthy realm. It's definitely a little bit harder to log your food when you are eating out because you never know what they cook it in. I'm a big advocate for having one meal a week that you just don't track. It's a good way to reset. But if you do go out to eat and you do decide to try and track, just try and find like a similar food in whatever app that you're using that's very close to what you're eating. Just keep in mind that a lot of times the foods that you're eating out are cooked in butter, oil, grease. So last night my intention was to go out and have crab legs because those are my favorite. I normally just get steamed snow crab legs. But the place that I chose, I guess, didn't have them. So I ended up getting Mediterranean shrimp on a bed of rice. And then I also had sweet potatoes and also I had bread. I normally have my protein shake after I work out or between meals. Yesterday I didn't work out and I ended up having my protein shake before bed. So I just do Formula 1. It's only 110 calories, so it's super light. I also forgot to include the things that I was drinking on the beach, just for full transparency reasons, so you guys don't think that I'm actually lying to you about what I had on the beach. I had a couple of seltzers that I had left over from the 4th of July, and then I also had a Gatorade just so I can stay hydrated out there. So that was pretty much a full day of eating. I hope that you guys got some ideas for when you travel, or you can kind of see how to program your day as far as macronutrients just in general. I'll probably eat very similar things again today. The last 2 days for exercise, I've just walked the dogs along the beach. We just do a mile in the morning and a mile in the evening, and it's been really nice. Today I will go to the gym this morning. The last thing that I want to leave you guys with is that it is okay to take a break. I used to have the horrible mentality that anytime that I traveled, I still had to hit my macros perfectly. I had to go to the gym every single day. I was just completely obsessed, and I was no fun to travel with. And that is absolutely terrible for your mental health, because you're not giving yourself a break mentally at all. The last 2 days, I have loosely tracked my macros. I have not worked out other than taking the dogs for a walk, and it has been an absolutely great mental reset. I don't think that it means that you have to absolutely throw all of your goals away, but it's not a mental reset if you are still pushing yourself the same way that you do in your everyday life. I am a huge advocate for taking small breaks whenever you feel like you need them, and I am just here to remind you that it's okay. You don't have to exercise every single day on vacation, and you don't have to hit your macros perfectly. It is okay to relax and enjoy your vacation.